Detective Reeves uncovers a hidden file on Rachel's laptop. It contains encrypted emails between Rachel and an unknown sender, signed only as B. The emails reference a cover-up at the school, hush money, and threats. The sender warns, "They're watching. Trust no one." The final message, "If anything happens to me, look for the red door." But no one knows what the red door means. To this day, the case remains unsolved. The town of Kingsford keeps its secrets, and somewhere, the truth waits, just out of reach. Detectives find a blood-stained scarf near the creek. DNA results, inconclusive. The scarf doesn't belong to Rachel or Jeremy. A threatening note is discovered in Rachel's mailbox. "Stop digging, or you'll end up like them." No fingerprints, no witnesses. Forensics lift a partial fingerprint from the car door. It doesn't match anyone in the system. The case grows colder and stranger. 911 transcript. Dispatcher. 911. What's your emergency? There's a car in the ravine. Someone's inside. Stay on the line. Are they moving? I can't tell. Please hurry. Officer, did you see anyone else at the scene? Mark, I thought I saw a shadow moving in the trees. Are you sure? I don't know. Transcript note. Several minutes of the body cam footage are missing. The official report lists technical malfunction. The first witness, a jogger named Mark, recalls, "I saw headlights in the ravine, 2 sets. One was already there when I arrived." A neighbor, Mrs. Callahan, says, "I heard arguing around midnight, a woman's voice. Then a car door slammed. I thought nothing of it, until the sirens." But another resident, Tom, claims, "I saw a police cruiser parked near Breakers Hill before sunrise. No lights, just waiting." It was supposed to be just another quiet morning in Kingsford, Oregon. Population 2,319, where nothing ever really happens. Until 6:42 a.m., when a jogger made a 911 call, breathless, panicked, reporting a car at the bottom of Breakers Hill Ravine, smashed, engine still ticking. "There's a car, down there. It's wrecked. I think someone's in it. I can't get down there." The vehicle was a 2008 Honda Accord, silver, registered to 32-year-old Rachel Hargrove, a local elementary school teacher, loved by her students, never missed a day of work. Her body was found slumped behind the wheel, seatbelt on, airbag deployed. Cause of death, blunt force trauma to the head. Initial signs pointed to a tragic single-car accident. Road was slick, sharp turn, common spot for crashes. But something didn't sit right with Detective Hannah Reeves. No skid marks, no sign Rachel hit the brakes. And why was her purse in the back seat? Contents untouched? Her phone? Still on the dashboard. Unlocked. Screen cracked. Open to a text message never sent. "I think someone is following me." The message was addressed to Megan, her sister. Rachel never pressed send. If you enjoyed this mystery, subscribe to this channel for more gripping stories and updates. Let's recap what we've discovered so far in the case of Rachel Hargrove and Jeremy Watts. Authorities ruled the crash accidental. The town moved on, until, exactly 9 days later, just 3 miles away, another body appeared. 19-year-old Jeremy Watts, college freshman, found face down in a shallow creek, neck broken, no ID, no phone, just a pocket knife, and something chilling carved into the handle. RH, he didn't fall, he was placed there, like someone wanted him found. There was no known connection between Rachel and Jeremy, at least not at first. But when police checked Rachel's call logs, Jeremy's number showed up 3 times, just 48 hours before her crash. She never mentioned him. He wasn't in her contact list. Detectives pressed Jeremy's friends. One, under the promise of anonymity, revealed this. Jeremy said he was doing something for cash, said he got into some deep with a woman who knew something. He didn't say who. Investigators began digging. Rachel's laptop, previously overlooked, revealed dozens of private notes. One read, "They say it was suicide. I know it wasn't. Ben wouldn't jump." Ben was her former student, a 12-year-old who died a year prior, ruled a suicide, found hanging from the playground swings. No note, no warning signs. Rachel never believed it. She had compiled files, interviews with teachers, copies of disciplinary records. A pattern was emerging. One teacher, multiple complaints. And Jeremy, he had once worked as a janitor at the same school. Detective Reeves was close to filing a formal inquiry when suddenly the Hargrove family's home was broken into. Nothing stolen, only Rachel's personal notebooks. Missing. Zero sign of forced entry. No prints, just an open window and mud prints leading out to the woods. The case was reopened, but just as quickly it was shut again. No new leads, no suspects, no arrests. Jeremy's death? Ruled undetermined. Rachel's? Still labeled a tragic accident. And then came the letter, mailed anonymously to the local paper, typed, no signature. It read, "She was right. The truth is buried. So were they." Today, Rachel's files are sealed. Jeremy's name, barely mentioned. Locals whisper of a town secret, one that's been covered up, cleaned up, and shut down. No answers, just silence. But somewhere, someone knows exactly what happened on Breakers Hill. Because this wasn't just an accident. Not anymore. If you know anything about the deaths of Rachel Hargrove or Jeremy Watts, call the Kingsford Police tip line or leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story, because sometimes the truth only surfaces when we keep asking questions. This is Vanished Whispers, true crime. They say every town has eyes and secrets. After Rachel's crash, the rumors turned into recollections. First, a jogger, breathless, recounts his road along Breakers Hill. It was late, maybe midnight. I saw headlights parked by the old oak, two figures arguing, one woman, I think. Her voice carried. The car sped off, but someone stayed behind. I thought it was nothing. Now, I'm not so sure. Next, a neighbor. She's lived on the corner for 30 years. Her memory, sharp as ever. I heard a car door slam. Then, footsteps running. I looked out, but it was too dark, just a shape moving fast. The next morning, there was broken glass at the curb. I told the police. They never called me back. And then a bartender, closing up downtown. Rachel was here that night. She left early, seemed nervous. Someone in a dark jacket was waiting outside. I didn't recognize him. I remember thinking, that's odd. Their stories twist and tangle. Timelines blur. Some say Rachel was seen alone. Others insist Jeremy was with her. The only constant? An unease. Like everyone's remembering, but no one's telling the whole truth. And in the gaps between their memories, the shadow of a cover-up grows. Who's protecting whom? And why? The answers may be buried, but the whispers grow louder. Official records often promise clarity, but sometimes they only deepen the mystery. We've obtained excerpts from police interviews and 911 calls, each one revealing as much as it conceals. First, the 911 call. The dispatcher's voice is calm. The caller, shaky, almost rehearsed. Caller, there's been an accident on Breakers Hill. Someone's hurt. I think it's serious. Can you describe what happened? No, I just drove by. Sorry, I can't stay. The call ends abruptly. No name, no contact information. The police never traced it. Now the official interview with Jeremy. Officer, where were you the night of the crash? Jeremy, at home, watching TV, alone. But phone records later show outgoing calls from Jeremy's phone at the time he claimed to be home, calls to Rachel. Then, the neighbor's statement. Officer, did you see anyone else? No, just the shape running. It was too dark. Yet, in her initial 911 call, she mentioned hearing two voices outside. Lastly, the bartender's interview. Officer, did Rachel mention meeting anyone? No, she didn't say much. But the bar's CCTV footage, reviewed days later, shows Rachel talking intensely with someone just out of frame. Details don't line up, timelines shift, names are left out. Each transcript, instead of solving the puzzle, adds another piece that doesn't fit. The more you listen, the more you wonder, is this confusion or a carefully constructed fog? Inconsistencies pile up, raising questions the official investigation refuses to answer. Just when it seemed the case had reached a standstill, new, chilling evidence emerged, each piece casting fresh shadows over the investigation. First, a blood-stained scarf, discovered wedged between two rocks near the crash site. It's not Rachel's, it's not Jeremy's. Forensics confirm the blood matches the second victim, yet no one can explain how the scarf got there or who it belonged to. Next, a threatening note found inside Rachel's abandoned car. Scrawled in hurried, jagged handwriting, "You took what wasn't yours, now pay the price." The paper is soaked from the rain, fingerprints smudged, but the message is clear. Someone wanted to send a warning. But the most baffling discovery? A single, clear fingerprint lifted from the car door. It doesn't match Rachel, or Jeremy, or anyone in the police database. It's as if a ghost left it behind. These new clues don't just complicate the story, they upend it completely. Who wore the scarf? Who wrote the note? And whose fingerprint is it? As the investigation spirals into deeper uncertainty, one thing is clear. The truth is more tangled and more dangerous than anyone imagined. The investigation takes an unexpected turn. As detectives pore over the evidence, a hidden thread begins to unravel, one that links Rachel and Jeremy to a third, mysterious figure. Digital records reveal a series of encrypted messages exchanged between Rachel and an unknown contact weeks before the incident. The messages hint at a secret pact, a debt owed, and a promise broken. Meanwhile, a closer look at the threatening note uncovers a faint watermark, an emblem belonging to a defunct local club, shuttered years ago after a string of unsolved crimes. Both Rachel and Jeremy were members, but so was someone else, a name that surfaces in the club's old membership logs, now faded and almost forgotten. The fingerprint from Rachel's car, run through an international database, finally returns a partial match to a missing person case in another state, unsolved for over a decade. The revelation is staggering. Rachel, Jeremy, and this third figure, long thought to be a stranger, are tied together by secrets buried deeper than anyone realized. But with the third figure still at large, and the motives shrouded in mystery, the case is no closer to being solved. The truth is out there just beyond reach, leaving everyone to wonder how many more secrets remain hidden in the shadows. Let's recap the key clues so far. Rachel's encrypted emails hinted at a cover-up and a mysterious sender known only as B. A blood-stained scarf was found, but it belonged to neither victim. A threatening note warned Rachel to stop digging, and a single, unmatched fingerprint was lifted from her car door. Both Rachel and Jeremy were linked to a secret society, and a third figure's identity remains unknown. Despite mounting evidence, the truth is still out of reach, and the case grows colder and more dangerous. As the investigation spirals into uncertainty, a new lead jolts the team into action. A mysterious phone call, traced to the outskirts of Kingsford, draws detectives deep into the wilderness. The air is thick with anticipation as they approach an abandoned cabin, its windows dark, its door left slightly ajar. Inside, they discover a scene frozen in time. Dusty newspapers, strange symbols scrawled on the walls, and a single, battered tape recorder set atop the table. With trembling hands, a detective presses play. The tape crackles to life, echoing with a distorted voice. "You're closer than you think, but some answers are better left in the dark." The words send chills down their spines. As the team combs through the cryptic clues strewn about the cabin, maps marked with red X's, photographs of Rachel, Jeremy, and the third figure, they begin to sense they're not alone. Outside, a twig snaps. Shadows flicker in the moonlight. Suddenly, through the trees, a figure darts away, face obscured, identity unknown. The detectives give chase, but the shadowy figure vanishes into the dense forest, leaving only questions, and the haunting realization that someone is watching their every move. The hunt is far from over. The secrets of Kingsford remain buried, and the next move belongs to the one still lurking in the darkness. As the night deepens, Detective Reeves whispers, "Keep your eyes open. Someone's watching us." Her partner nods, tension thick in the air. The detective's search for answers takes a chilling new turn. In the darkness, a voice murmurs from a shadowed doorway, "You shouldn't be here." Reeves glances back, heart pounding. Evidence collected from the cabin leads them back to Kingsford's heart. "This symbol again," Reeves mutters, tracing a mark on a lamppost. "It's everywhere." Her partner replies, voice low, where cryptic symbols hidden in plain sight begin to reveal a pattern. A hushed exchange drifts from a nearby alley. "If you talk, they'll find out." "I won't say a word," comes the trembling reply. The team scours alleyways, footsteps echoing. Reeves whispers, "Did you hear that?" Her partner shakes his head, but their eyes dart to every shadow. Church basements. A door creaks open. Someone inside mutters, "Not safe here. Not for outsiders." And forgotten corners of the town, where secrets linger. A nervous local glances over their shoulder, whispering, they see everything. Uncovering coded messages etched into stone. Reeves runs her fingers over the carvings. "It's a warning," she says, her partner answers, and strange emblems painted on street signs, each one a silent signal. "We're being watched," Reeves breathes, eyes scanning the empty street, all pointing to the existence of a secret society. In the distance, a voice hisses, "The circle protects its own." The detectives exchange uneasy glances. Interview after interview, townsfolk lower their voices and avert their eyes. "You didn't hear it from me," one whispers, But some things are better left buried. Old-timers whisper about disappearances that were never solved. People vanish here, an elderly man says, voice trembling, and no one asks why. About meetings held under the cover of darkness. They gather at midnight, a woman confides. If you see the lanterns, turn away. And the silent pact that keeps the town's secrets buried. Reeves leans in, voice barely audible. How deep does this go? Her partner answers, deeper than we think. The detectives piece together a timeline of cover-ups stretching back decades. Every decade, another name disappears, Reeves notes, pinning a photo to the board. Each linked to the same shadowy group. They're everywhere, her partner whispers. Even now, someone's listening. Their investigation leads them to the crumbling old library. If there are answers, they're here, Reeves says, pushing open the heavy door. Behind a false wall in the basement, they stumble upon a hidden room. This is it, her partner breathes, the heart of the secret. The air is thick with dust and dread. A faint voice echoes, "You shouldn't have come." The detectives freeze, listening. Flickering light reveals a gallery of black and white photographs, faces of the missing, including Rachel and Jeremy, staring out from the past. They were all chosen, Reeves whispers. Faces of the missing, including Rachel and Jeremy, staring out from the past. We're not the first to look for answers, her partner says, but we might be the last. On the far wall, a chaotic web of red string connects names, dates, and places. It's all connected, Reeves murmurs, tracing the lines. But who's pulling the strings? Mapping out a conspiracy that spans generations. A final warning is scrawled on the wall. Some secrets are worth dying for. As the detectives absorb the scope of what they've uncovered, Reeves whispers, "We can't trust anyone." Her partner nods, eyes wide with fear. One thing becomes clear. The society's grip on Kingsford is deeper and darker than anyone imagined. We're in over our heads, Reeves admits, voice trembling. And somewhere in the shadows, its members are watching, waiting, and ready to protect their secrets at any cost. A final whisper lingers. Leave now, or you'll vanish like the rest. As dawn approaches, the detectives' relentless pursuit of the truth comes at a price. A mysterious package arrives at the precinct, no return address, just a battered box marked with the same cryptic symbol found in the library. Inside, a blood-stained pocket watch ticks ominously, its hands frozen at midnight. Tucked beneath it, a single sheet of paper, "Stop, or you're next." Tension grips the team as they gather around the evidence table. Fear and doubt ripple through the room, some urge caution, others want to press forward. But the lead detective's resolve is unshaken. Determined, they vow to see the case through, no matter the risks. Night falls. Alone in the dimly lit office, the detective pores over photographs and case files, stringing together the final pieces of the puzzle. Suddenly, the lights flicker and die, plunging the room into darkness. Footsteps echo in the empty hallway, slow and deliberate, drawing closer with every beat. The detective holds their breath, heart racing, as the shadow of the conspiracy finally steps into the light. The investigation has reached its tipping point. There's no turning back now. As dawn breaks over Kingsford, the secrets unearthed send shockwaves through the quiet town. News vans crowd the streets, their cameras capturing anxious faces and whispered conversations. Headlines scream of betrayal, conspiracy, and unanswered questions. Inside the precinct, detectives sit beneath harsh fluorescent lights, the weight of public scrutiny pressing down. Phones ring off the hook. Journalists, officials, frightened neighbors demanding answers. The case, once confined to shadowy corners, now consumes every conversation. But just as the dust seems to settle, a chilling discovery reignites the investigation. A piece of evidence, overlooked in the chaos, suggests an accomplice may still be at large. The case files are reopened, red strings tracing new connections across the board. That night, Detective Reeves, exhausted, arrives home. The silence is broken by the soft thud of an envelope sliding beneath the door. Inside, a single photograph, the detective's own face circled in red ink, and a message, "You're closer than you think." Outside, a shadow lingers beneath a streetlight, watching. The line between hunter and hunted has blurred. In Kingsford, the truth is still waiting in the darkness. Night settles over Kingsford, the rain painting the streets with glistening shadows. In grainy black and white, surveillance footage flickers, a hooded figure slipping through deserted alleys, their face obscured. The camera pans to the rear entrance of the town hall, where a familiar town official awaits. They exchange hushed words, a briefcase passing between gloved hands before vanishing into the night. Detective Reeves and her partner, alert in their unmarked car, watch from a distance. Windshield wipers beat a steady rhythm as their radios crackle with static. Reeves reviews the footage on a tablet, her eyes narrowing at a fleeting gesture, a coded signal perhaps, or a warning. Guided by intuition and a string of cryptic clues, the detectives navigate slick corridors beneath the town hall. Their flashlights sweep across damp stone, finally illuminating a concealed door. Beyond it, a hidden room, walls lined with newspaper clippings, maps, and confidential files. In the center, evidence of secret meetings, 2 empty coffee cups, a still-warm ashtray, and a ledger listing names both known and unknown. The realization settles in. The conspiracy runs deeper than anyone imagined. As Reeves snaps a photo of the ledger, footsteps echo above. The detectives freeze, knowing they're not alone. The night is far from over, and the accomplice still walks free. The rain intensifies, drumming on the corrugated roof of the abandoned Kingsford mill. Detective Reeves corners the town official under a flickering security light. Shadows dance across their faces as Reeves levels her voice, demanding answers. The official feigns innocence, but a single word slips from their lips, one only the true perpetrator could know. Suddenly, the official bolts. Reeves gives chase through the labyrinth of rusted machinery and echoing catwalks, their footsteps reverberating in the cavernous space. Handheld camera shots capture blurred glimpses of desperate faces, swinging flashlights, and the glint of sweat. A stack of crates topples, blocking Reeves' path for a heartbeat. She leaps over, relentless, as the official scrambles up a narrow staircase. Dramatic lighting throws their silhouettes onto peeling walls. Reeves closes in, her breath ragged, heart pounding in synchrony with the thundering music. The chase spills onto a rain-slicked mezzanine. One wrong step could mean disaster. The official glances back, panic etched on their face. Reeves shouts, her voice echoing, "It's over. There's nowhere left to run." But the official disappears into the shadows, leaving only the sound of retreating footsteps and the unspoken promise of more secrets yet to be uncovered. The confrontation has shattered the silence, but the truth remains just out of reach. The storm outside rages on, but inside the mill, a deeper storm brews. Detective Reeves stands alone, her flashlight beam trembling over a tarnished locker tucked behind a row of rusted pipes. She pries it open, revealing a battered leather journal. Close-ups reveal pages thick with cryptic symbols, chilling descriptions of clandestine rituals, and a list of names, some violently crossed out, others circled in red. Flickering candlelight from a toppled lantern dances across Reeves' face as she flips to the final entry. The date, just hours before Rachel's death, sends a chill down her spine. The entry details a gathering, a warning, and a name, Rachel's. Reeves' eyes widen in horror as she realizes the depth of the conspiracy, the reach of the secret society, and the imminent danger still looming over those whose names remain uncrossed. The journal shakes in her hands. The truth, at last, is scrawled in ink and fear. But with every answer comes 1,000 more questions, and the chilling certainty that the society's grip is far from broken. As dawn breaks over Kingsford, the mist clings to empty streets, swallowing the scars of the night before. Silence settles, but it is uneasy, like a breath held, waiting for what comes next. Behind closed doors, families whisper, uncertain who might be listening. Rumors drift through the fog, secrets multiplying in the hush of morning. Reeves moves through the deserted streets, her shadow stretching long and thin, searching for answers that slip further away. Her footsteps echo off boarded windows, each step a question with no reply. Tensions simmer, old friends become strangers, trust dissolves in the half-light. Accusations hang in the air, sharp and unresolved. Neighbors avert their eyes, as if the truth might be contagious. The storm of revelation has passed, but its aftermath lingers. Nothing is untouched, nothing is certain. The town bears new wounds, hidden beneath the quiet. Alone in her office, Reeves sits beneath flickering lights, the journal heavy in her hands. She turns its pages, searching for meaning in the scrawled confessions and cryptic warnings. The secrets inside offer no comfort, only more shadows, more questions. Choices blur, expose the darkness, or let it fester unseen. Every path forward is tangled, every answer uncertain. The cost of truth is unknown, the price of silence impossible to measure. Somewhere, innocence and guilt are indistinguishable in the fog. Some secrets may never surface, some wounds may never heal. Her phone vibrates, messages unanswered, voices lost in static. Connections fray, alliances dissolve, and the silence grows heavier. Doubt seeps in, shadowing every memory, every promise. Just as resolve flickers, uncertainty returns, uninvited, unyielding. An envelope slides beneath the door, its meaning as unclear as the dawn. The handwriting is familiar, but the message is a riddle. Reeves hesitates, the weight of the unknown pressing in. Her breath catches as she reads, words that offer no answers, only more shadows. We are watching. This is only the beginning. Or perhaps only the next chapter in a story with no end. The camera lingers on the note, the threat unresolved, the meaning uncertain. Outside, thunder rumbles, and the air is thick with questions that may never be answered. The town lies shrouded in mist, its secrets safe for now. The shadow of the society stretches on, silent and unseen. And somewhere in the fog, new mysteries are already taking shape, waiting for the next dawn, the next question, the next secret to be buried. In the heart of Kingsford, Detective Reeves stands before a packed courtroom, the final piece of the puzzle in her hands. A signed confession from the town official. As the judge calls for silence, Reeves presents the ledger and the confession, detailing the secret society's origins, its grip on the town, and the motives behind the cover-up. Flashbacks reveal the official, voice trembling, admitting how Rachel and Jeremy were targeted for uncovering the truth. The official names every accomplice, teachers, officials, and business leaders, each one complicit in the conspiracy that claimed 2 innocent lives. The truth, at last, is laid bare for all to see. The courtroom stirs as the weight of years of secrets finally breaks. Police move swiftly. The official and all named conspirators are arrested on the spot, their faces pale, hands trembling as the evidence is read aloud. Flashbulbs pop as the town watches, stunned. The community, once silent, is forced to confront its past and the darkness that festered beneath the surface. In a series of flashbacks, the official's confession plays out. Secret meetings, whispered threats, and the fateful night Rachel and Jeremy were silenced for seeking the truth. Reeves ensures every detail is made public. The evidence is broadcast, and the town can no longer hide from what happened on Breakers Hill. The families of Rachel and Jeremy gather at a memorial, surrounded by friends and neighbors. Tears fall, but this time they are tears of closure and relief. The ache of not knowing is finally eased. The community embraces, united in grief, but also in hope for healing. Reeves stands outside the courthouse, watching the sunrise over Kingsford. The air is crisp, the town forever changed. For the first time, the truth is no longer a whisper in the shadows, but a promise of a new beginning. Police cars line the streets, but now their lights signal justice, not fear. The town breathes easier, the weight of secrets finally lifted. Red and blue lights cut through the morning mist as the last of the conspirators are taken away. Doors slam, commands echo, and the society that once ruled in silence is no more. The town watches as justice is served. Faces once hidden are revealed, and the future, though uncertain, is finally their own. For the families of Rachel and Jeremy, closure comes at last. They embrace at the memorial, surrounded by a community ready to heal. Tears fall, hugs linger, and the ache of not knowing is finally eased, even as grief remains. The town is shaken, but the truth brings a fragile kind of healing. The shadows that haunted Kingsford begin to fade. Alone, Reeves steps out into the rain, the first rays of sunlight breaking through the clouds. Drops streak down her face, indistinguishable from tears, but her eyes are clear, resolved. She looks out over Kingsford, streets still slick with secrets, but touched now by the pale promise of dawn. The camera lifts, rising above rooftops and mist as hope stirs beneath the storm. Reeves reflects on the cost of truth, the lives lost, the innocence shattered, but knows the future is brighter for having faced it. Justice has come, but the shadows linger. Some secrets will always haunt the fog, but now, Kingsford can begin again. For the first time, the story feels less like an ending and more like the chance for a new beginning.